Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on here and talk about the Diva Cup. Well, it's not a Diva Cup because, you know, I always get something a little off brand because I'm very cheap. So I like the budget. Like I said, I have 3 kids. So when you have 3 kids, you have to be on a budget. So this is the one that I got. And it's by, it's premium. It's a premium. Let's see. Can you see it? Premium menstrual cup. Yep. And this is something that I found on Amazon. It's by Talasi. I guess is how it's pronounced. But there's so many menstrual cups on there. Honestly, you'll find something. These are like $9. But just find what's best for you. It depends on your flow. So they have a bigger one and a smaller one. They have the bigger one, and then it's a smaller one. So it does depend on the flow with that, from what I've been researching and from what I've learned so far. If I have anything different, if I learn anything different about it, I'll definitely give an update. But that's what I've learned so far. It does depend on that. I think it can roughly depend on the shape and of your cervix. So, this definitely helps you to learn yourself. You know, I can't say that none of us, have explored ourselves, but TMI. But it's like you understand it on a whole nother level, and then especially me, speaking of me being a bigger girl. When you're a bigger girl, it's like your vagina is further down. It's kind of funny to say, but it's not like right at the front. So you have to find a certain way to position to put it in, so you can sit on the toilet. You can stand up and put one leg up, like on the bed or on a chair or something like that, and do it. I find it easiest to do sitting on the toilet, but you have to be very, very relaxed. So you just have to just make sure you're just breathing and relaxed. Don't let your muscles tense up at all. And you can easily put it in that way. If you're tensing up, it's going to be hard. And what I do is I just fold it here, and then you push it back and you go like that. And this is usually what makes it the smallest. So again, you put the finger down and you push it like, see, like that. Kind of like when you fold your tongue, going like that. It's pretty much, what you're doing, the gesture. And you just do that, and then you put it in. And you have to slowly put it in, slowly. And then once you get to the point where it's almost kind of in, kind of like around maybe right to this level, what you do is you start to tighten up your muscles down there, and that'll help it to go in a little more, and then you push it in. One thing I can say, this little ball right here, it's like the only thing that's really irritating. It's like at first I thought I felt it, and it's like I couldn't feel it. But I thought I could feel it, but it wasn't that I could feel it inside, because they say if you can feel it, then it's not right. But it's not that I could feel it inside. I could feel this ball. So some people do cut this ball off. I don't feel like taking that risk yet, even though things cannot get lost up there. But, I'm still not taking that risk yet. I don't even like tampons. I've never liked things like that. I've always liked pads. So, that it's a bit of a risk for me. But the reason why I'm actually doing the cup is so that I can do my moon blood ritual practices. So that's basically why I'm doing it. To give back to my plants, give back to Mother Nature like she gives to us. So, because this is the rise of the divine feminine right now, so definitely need to show her some appreciation for sure. But yeah, so basically, you just like I said, you just stick it up there and you put it up there, and then you have to make sure that it's fully open. And you'll kind of feel it open. It's kind of hard to tell, but if you want to tell, what you can do is just feel right here. And if it feels rounded, like if you're feeling it right now, then that means it's right. If it feels like it's like bent or something like that, then it's not suction right. Also, you can pull like this, and if it doesn't really move, it feels like it's like a suction, then that's good as well. That means that you have it in properly. So yeah, basically it's a whole nother type of experience. But the benefits I can say is the fact that you don't have to change them as often. You can't feel it in there at all. Like once, like the ball, after you put it in, like after a while, the ball kind of goes up a little more, so you really can't feel the ball touching you on the outside anymore. So after that kind of happens, you don't feel anything at all. And then once it's time to take it out, what you do is you just relax again and you just push and you just let it come out, and you pull it a little bit as you slowly push, but you have to be very relaxed because if you tense at all, it's gonna go right back up. So just be very, very relaxed. And it's another good thing about this practice is it's teaching me to be relaxed. I'm not a very relaxed person. I'm a very tense individual, so it's teaching me that. I can definitely say that for sure. But different things that you can do with your moon blood once you start collecting it, you can do like manifestation rituals with it. You can pour it into your plants for the health of your plants. It has stem cells in it and different vitamins and minerals and things that are good for your plants, and you can help them with that. You can also, like I said, you can give back to Mother Earth, and you can give an offering to her with this moon blood. You can also, you know if you want to be a little risky, do things that people think are gross, which I don't know why anybody thinks anything that comes out of their own body is gross. They're weird. But if you're one of those people who thinks that things like this are gross, you might not want to listen to this. But what you can do, you can also put it on your face, and it does help with that as well. And people forget that there are a lot of different indigenous tribes that actually practice things with blood. Like if you think about, I was watching a documentary before, and they were showing like different practices that they do in Africa and different foods and things they eat, and you know different stuff they do during like kind of ritualistic times. They'll do it for this, for that. It's all a ritual. But basically what they would do was they would take I think it was like a bow and arrow, and they would shoot like a goat, or I think it was a goat or something like that. And they would shoot it, and then what they would do is they would shoot it with the arrow, and they would put a cup under it, and they would let the blood go into the cup, and they would churn it like it was butter. But they would drink it really fast because the blood would start to clot. You can't like save it because it'll clot. And they would drink it really fast, and they said it was good for like vitality and energy and things like that because it's blood. It has a lot of iron. Blood has a lot of energy in it. It's a lot of energy in your blood, and anytime you're releasing blood, it's like, oh my God, it's sad if you think about it. It's like you're releasing a little piece of your energy. So with this does have our energy in it because it comes from our body, therefore it's energetically charged by our body. It's our blood that comes from you know eggs that were not fertilized, so therefore it's a type of creation. So creation, creating things, manifesting, it creates so much with blood. There are people who eat like the blood pudding, and then they have the blood sausage. Like, blood is really powerful. That's why they give people pennies on the dollar to get their blood plasma and things like that. But it's really powerful medicine that you can use if you're not scared of it. So that's one thing you can use it for. And like I was saying in my previous video, what I've been using it for is I've been taking the blood and I've been pouring it into my plants, and I will, speak the energy of what I want to let go into the blood. So, for example, I'll be like, I want to let go of all past hurt and past memories that are, causing me any type of overthinking or negative thinking. And then what I would do is I would pour that out into my plant, or pour that into the earth. And I find that that really helps me. And also, like I said, breathing and intentionally thinking of the things that you're letting go as you are, in pain and from cramps, and just letting all of that go is another good practice as well. But there's so many things that you can do with the blood. There are a lot of people that use it for different spell work and manifesting and different rituals like that. I've heard of people who actually paint with their moon blood as well, and I think that that is really, really beautiful because it comes from you, and the painting has your energy on it. So isn't something that I've tried yet, because when I got my cup, I was about to be done, so I didn't really have enough to try that with. But that's definitely something I want to try as an artist. I think it's like really provocative and crazy, and my Scorpio moon sign just loves it. So I really want to try something like that. So yeah, I can definitely say this is something that's really controversial. I haven't seen many people talking about it or doing much research on using their moon blood, but I definitely think that's something we should do as women. It's a practice that we should take back, and it is something that I find really sacred and really beautiful, and it's something that I would like to share with a lot of women. I actually would love to have a group of women who, during their moon time, we could all give offerings to the earth of our moon blood, and we could help to raise the vibration and, give back love. Because, that's basically, to me, that's what it is. Our womb gives love, we give back that love. And I feel like it's really beautiful. And also another thing that I've heard of women doing as well is they'll write a certain particular intention, and they can write that in their moon blood, or they can put moon blood on that intention. That's really powerful as well. You can, use it on your candles and different things like that. I definitely would think it would be great to make that as a practice, to actually keep it and, learn the different uses and things that you can use it for, because it comes from you. Like, men can't even make this. We can make this. You have this. This is something that is yours, and you have to find out what it's for. Because I don't believe that anything in the body is just there for no reason. I've been taught since I was younger, and I know I'm trying to transition out of certain patterns, but it's one thing that I do believe to be true, that I was taught that everything in the body has a purpose, and the body can heal itself. So with this practice, it has helped me to, like us women, we have a lot of depression and emotions that come up during our moon time, and I'm trying to learn to, not let that get to me, and make this a sacred and beautiful time for myself. And I'm hoping to share this with other women. And as I come up with more practices and other things that I've done, I'll definitely share that with you guys. And if anybody has anything that they would like to share as far as what they've been doing, or any research, because like I said, this is not really easy to find. But I know that this is a, sacred practice of a lot of indigenous women. So it is something that we all need to come back to. We need to come back closer to nature, because you see, during this time, we're all being quarantined. We're all being kept out of nature, being kept from the sun and different things like that. And, don't get me started with the power of the sun. And there's definitely something going on with the sun right now, because I've been feeling so great standing. And I don't even like the sun. So that just tells me that something is going on now. And I've just, every day I'm like, it's not hot. It's not hot enough. I live in Las Vegas. And I'm like, it's not hot enough. It's not hot enough. So, yeah, it's, I don't know. And that's so weird for me because I like cold weather, but I've just really been wanting the sun to just beam on me. So, I hope that you guys are able to give this a try. It's, the menstrual cup is not the easiest thing. It's not as easy as a pad. It's not the same as a tampon, but it's healthier. Another good fact about it is it doesn't have bleaches and dyes and different things like that, and things that we have to worry about like toxic shock syndrome and all these different things. It's much better for you. I don't want to use birth control. I just want to be as natural as possible. So if you want to be natural, you want to do something that's natural for your body, I would recommend for sure to try the menstrual cup. And if you feel like, maybe you might not change it in time and you might end up still bleeding through, you don't want that to happen, you can always use a pad and the cup at the same time. You can definitely do that. I would recommend to do that if you're, worried about it, but definitely try to go into this open minded with no fear and relax, especially even if you're just going to try the cup, but not any of the spiritual practices that go along with the moon blood, just the cup itself first. Just, I would definitely give that a try because it's definitely a game changer with the fact that you don't have to keep changing pads all day. You can work out with it and it's much more comfortable. You don't feel like you're wearing a diaper. So, yeah. All right, ladies. Hopefully, you guys give it a try. And if you guys have any questions about any of the research that I've done, I'm definitely would love to share this with some people. I don't really have anybody to talk about this with, and I could talk about it with my husband, but he doesn't have moon blood. So if anybody wants to have a discussion or have any questions, I'm definitely open for it. And you guys have a good day. Well, good night.